Hello, Mike again with the Claim Squad Public Adjusters. I'm giving you today 10 tips on how to file and process your own homeowner's insurance claim. So when you make a claim, let me give you some tips on how to file it. Let me give you some tips on what to say, what to do, and hopefully this will be helpful. So let's go through a brief little list here. Number one, when you make the claim or you make it either online or by telephone, be brief. What do I mean by brief? So usually online, what you'll find is they'll ask you your policy number, the date of loss, and description of damages. Now let's say my entire house was flooded and I had water damage from a pipe break. What I'll simply put is water damage through the house. Keep it at that. Another thing, if you have roof damage and you have leaks in the house, multiple ceilings in multiple rooms, simply put roof damage, damage of ceiling. You want to keep everything brief. Don't put a lot in there. Sometimes I inherited a claim when somebody got denied and they write a book and they're pointing to things that really had nothing to do with the claim, or they put in some wording that the insurance company then said, okay, well, we're not going to deny it. I'm going to go through some of this wording in a minute. I would only file and handle your own claim if it's less than $10,000. How will you know that? Well, initially, you can get a contractor's estimate. I would withhold that from the insurance company. Keep that close to you. Don't let the insurance company know what the damages are. They're going to send their adjuster out, and we'll go through more of that. Okay, so when it comes to the most common denominator, when I see people get their claims denied, it's because of what they tell the insurance company happened. The other half is really that the insurance company just doesn't want to pay. Prime example, two of them right here. Roof damage. Most of the time, people unexpectedly will call the insurance company and say, it rained a lot, I've got leaks, I need to make a claim for my roof. There's no coverage in an insurance policy for rain. There is coverage for tropical storms when there's heavy wind and it blows up your shingles or tiles, or from a hurricane or a tornado. So it's important to know it has to be wind driven. Now the insurance company is going to tell you, a lot of times we see denied claims where the insurance company tells you, well, there's no roof opening, so we're denying the claim. Don't worry about that. There's a way to get around it. Water damage. A few things with water damage. Number one, 14-day mark. So there is a 14-day mark sometimes in policies where you have to report your water damage claim. Now let me give you two words not to use with water damage and two words you want to use. The two words that insurance companies would love for you to say to them when you report your claim is that, oh, the leak has been there for a long time and it's been gradual. Long term, gradual is not covered in the policy. Now let me give you two words they hate. Okay, Mr. Insurance Company, I've got to report a claim. This sudden leak just happened abruptly. Sudden and abruptly are your key words when making a water damage claim, and that will get it covered. Long term and gradual, no good. Sudden, abrupt, just happened, good. Okay? 5, contractors. All right. When it comes to contractors, after the insurance company has come out and given you their estimate, don't accept their estimate. Their estimate is a low ball. They do not put everything in the estimate. The materials cannot be had for the prices that they quote. Their labor prices are extremely low, and there's a lot of other things. You want to get, if you're handling it yourself, get 3 estimates. Use the highest estimate, or you can get 2, whatever it is, get the highest estimate, use this one. Again, I talked about the insurance company's estimate. Now let me give you, when you have your contractor's estimate, some things you can add in there to make your estimate a little bit higher. You want to include things like a hazardous waste removal, anything with drywall. How much do you put? That's subjective. You can go anywhere from $400 on a $10,000 claim, from $400 up to $1,500, let's just say, okay? And then you can, that's if it was a $10,000 claim. The other thing, O&P, 20%, that's overhead and profit, 20%. Include that. If you have an $8,000 estimate, include 20% for overhead and profit, because that's what contractors are eligible to get. But they don't put it in their estimate, but you can. Simple things that we include. Moving your contents. If a room is damaged, you have furniture, and to move that contents, give yourself a few $100s, put moving contents. There's another word we use, content manipulation. If you use those two additional things, put on $400 for each. Now you're going to make your estimate now a couple $1,000s higher. You want to be higher because the insurance company is going to lower, and hopefully you can settle somewhere towards your high end, not their low end. Okay, number 7, demand higher than the estimates. What does that mean? When you make your demand to the insurance company and say, Astronaut Insurance Company, we have $25,000 in damages. Now let's say that's a contractor's estimate, $25,000. What you want to do before you produce the estimate is include all these other things, and then the estimate comes out to $29,000. So then you write, Dear Astronaut Insurance Company, we are hereby making a demand for $29,000. We ask that you kindly review this and get back to us within the next 14 days on your position. Okay. Number 8. I ran out of room here, but I wrote on a pad. Number 8 is be courteous. It's going to be frustrating. The experience is not fun. It's like pulling teeth when you deal with the insurance companies, but be courteous, be professional. Number 9, in your policy, again, for claims under $10,000, you have a right to request an appraisal. An appraisal is simply very similar to a mediation. In the appraisal, you request it. The insurance company has to hire an appraiser, and you have to hire an appraiser. What they do, now who can serve as an appraiser? Me as a public adjuster, I can serve as an appraiser. Other public adjusters can, but they normally don't do it. So then there's other people that you can request as an appraiser. And sometimes those fees may be $1,500. But if you want to fight your claim, it's probably worth it. So then what happens, both appraisers from your side and the insurance company side, sometimes they start to negotiate, see if they can get anywhere and settle it. And if not, there will be a third party called an umpire that's selected by both. I want to, and I usually do when these situations come about, I send my list of umpires that I want to the insurance company. Sometimes they strike them, sometimes they choose them. Whenever they send theirs, I say, heck no, let's select somebody else. Number 10. So actually you're going to get a bonus, you're going to have 11. Number 10 is mediation. Also, besides the appraisal, you have a right to mediation. It's in your policy. So you can request that. There's stuff you can get from the state on the mediation. And then number 11, if your claim is denied, even though the damages are under $10,000, do not walk away. Still fight it. Try to find a public adjuster, an attorney that will fight for you. I handle a lot of denied claims. I work the entire state of Florida, so I'm always there for anybody that needs help with a denied claim. And I guess as an extra bonus, here's another one. So that'd be number 12. The other tip is make sure you keep your emails. Make sure you keep any letters you write. Okay. Make sure that you document things accordingly, which is everything from photos to the estimates. And make sure you have a close relationship with your contractor. And if the damages are more than 10,000, I always recommend that you hire somebody to represent you. I would always recommend a public adjuster first. And you want to make sure you have a good public adjuster, not just any public adjuster. There's a lot of companies out there with a lot of public adjusters that sometimes I have to clean up their work. But same thing with attorneys. There's good attorneys and bad attorneys. So with that being said, these are just some of the tips. If you have any questions, need any further advice, if you have a smaller homeowners claim, I'd be happy to help you and guide you. And just try and see if you can get it settled rather than hiring somebody, because ultimately it's best for you if you do get it settled rather than having to wait a few more months or paying somebody to do it. So my name's Mike with the Claim Squad Public Adjusters. You can reach me on my website, www.theclaimsquad.com. Phone number, if you need to call me, 754-252-5438. Email, theclaimsquad@gmail.com. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If I can help you in any way, reach out to me. You have my contact information, website, and email. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.